Once again, we are back again, you guys, and y'all asked for it, so we're going to come with it. Top priority in free agency for the Indianapolis Colts. Who is it? Like I said, y'all asked for it. I'm not going to say. Just catch you on the other side on this, the No Horsing Around podcast. So we're going to continue on with our episode series of top priorities outside of inside in-house free agency for the Colts. Who do we want to see them go after? Last episode, we talked about Brian Burns, extremely talented outside linebacker for the Carolina Panthers. Kind of delved into what that salary, what you're looking at paying, like $60 to $80 million, for an edge. And at the end of the last episode, one of the things that we asked was, who is somebody that you guys might be interested in? And a couple of people dropped it in. We had a couple comments for one player in particular inside the division. A hell of a player. Josh Allen, not the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, but the D end, the edge, the outside linebacker for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's been in the league now for a handful of seasons. What are we sitting at? 5 seasons. He just completed his 5th year extension. He is a free agent coming in, unless, of course, we preface it all these with franchise tag, right? Like, he could be franchise tagged. He could sign a new contract with them. He may not even be available, but we're just kind of poking fun, poking around a little bit with this. Obviously, he was a top pick in the NFL draft, coming out of Kentucky. Being down in the South, got to see him play a lot. High motor, high energy. Would be a good fit. Now, you got to look, and I thought about this after we did the Brian Burns episode, and it's something that I thought about should probably get a little bit more play. And this one, as we talk about Josh Allen. Josh Allen has played both linebacker, D end, outside linebacker, right? He's played a couple of different positions. In this defense, when you're looking at Gus Bradley-led defense and how they approach, with it being a 4-3, right? Odds are he is not going to be that rush outside linebacker. So let's look at, you want to look at his stats for when he was a D end, and he's been a left D end. He's and when he's been an outside linebacker, right? So he came into the league, he had right off the bat 10.5 sacks at linebacker. Then they moved him to D end, right? And he had 2.5. Then they moved him back out to outside linebacker, 7.5, 7. And then obviously this year, contract year, 17.5 sacks, right? The question is, does he fit what you want to do? When you look at him now, granted, he was young, he was a rookie and a second-year player. Really, truthfully, the second-year player, 2.5 sacks. That's sitting at a position that you're going to probably look to play him at, because the Colts don't generally, under Gus Bradley, and really Eberflus as well, they don't employ kind of that rush edge outside linebacker like a T.J. Watt, like back in the day, like a Sean Merriman or a Clay Matthews, kind of those particular ones, right? They don't do that per se. These are more hand in the dirt. So how did he look hand in the dirt? He didn't look nearly as good as when he was standing up, right? Coming off the edge. You also got to take into context, right, how he looked in a contract year. A lot of players, they play above their heads and above their talent in these contract years because they're trying to get paid. You can look in-house. Michael Pittman Jr. had career numbers this year, right? Career numbers in a contract year. But what does that mean? Does it mean that he's looking to get paid and then he's going to relax on his work ethic, or can he continue to play, right? Now, I would be remiss if I didn't say, in his second season when he played defensive end, he only played 7 games, okay? So he had 2.5 sacks in 7 games. They extrapolate that out, double that. This is when it's 16 games, 2020 season, so 17 games, right? He would have had less than 10. And how, he got Defensive Rookie of the Year his rookie season. How would that look, when you start comparing to like in-house free agents, right? You're looking at people being really upset with Quiddy Pay, right? And how he's progressed throughout his 3 seasons with the Colts, right? And you start looking over for him, and sack wise, he has 4, 6, and 8.5. He's progressed each year. He's been a D end each year. And if you take out like that first season where he had 10.5, right, with Josh Allen, and you take out the 17.5, he's a very similar player, right? Take out his contract year and his rookie season. And they're very similar players. So do you want to spend this exorbitant amount because it's going to take a lot to get him in Colt Blue, or do you want to resign your in-house player? It's a great question. And then you throw in the token of you're weakening a division rival at the same time. So I think it's an interesting exercise. I think he's very talented, but does he fit what you want to do? This is one where, as intriguing as he is, I don't think he fits what you're trying to do in regards to how the defense runs. He's a pass for me. He had a massive contract year, and that's great, but that's very hesitant. Albert Haynesworth is another one who had a massive contract year and then never lived up to the contract ever after that, right? So, I mean, what do you guys think? Would you take a run? You guys asked for this one. Would you take a run at Josh Allen, or would you not? Would you leave it be a little more hesitant like I am? Let me know in the comments. Drop them in, flood them like we always talk about, And while you're there, make sure you like, share, subscribe. You're already commenting. Tell a friend. Share it with somebody. And as I always say, it's thinking right there. Join the family. We're going to go into the offseason. We're going to have a lot of fun content. And as always, you guys, I love you. I know the Colts love you. I know Zach loves you. I'm out.